Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Alright, I'm going to try and do another quick arena run. We'll see how that works out, not sure. I'd much rather play Warlock, who I haven't played in a while, but I haven't played Hunter in an even longer while. Mostly because I don't find them as good in the arena, but could be great. Let's see what cards I get. So, the High Main is the clear winner here. I mean, as a class card, he tends to be like a little bit stronger, and yeah, he's pretty rough. Let's see, we got spell damage, but he's weak. This thing kills stuff. It tends to live long enough, but it is pretty fragile. I'm gonna go with the bonus health. Animal Companion beats almost anything because, although you can't choose which one you get, whatever you get is super efficient for 3 mana. Thorn Warrior is not that fantastic, and Deadly Shot is fantastic. And a legendary. Okay, this might slow me down a little bit. Captain Greenskin is clearly not the winner here. As a hunter, I may or may not have any weapons. Since the only ones I could get are a rare and an epic, there's a very good chance I'll have no weapons as a warrior in the arena. Yeah, the +1/+1 is okay, but it's not that big of a deal. I guess if I had the epic one, getting an extra use of a weapon that does 7 and gives me immune while attacking, so I don't take any damage for killing a minion. Like with that bow, I could shoot the beast and I take nothing. But anyway, that's not likely to happen. So Baron Geddon is pretty solid. Okay, it's 7/5 for 7 is a little fragile for a legend, but it's still perfectly good stats for a minion. And his ability to do 2 damage to everything except himself at the end of turn, which triggers immediately, like you play him, end your turn, he does 2 damage to everything. So he is a card, like an expensive card, but a card that does 2 damage to all minions, right? He's like a weak Hellfire for 7, but you also get this guy, and by the way, they have to deal with him or he's going to stay out and do it again. The Beast is pretty interesting, like 9/7, so it's tougher than your regular crap, like, what are they, 9/5, the Hellhounds? They're horrible. They're atrocious. Bad. He's 1 cheaper, and he has 2 extra hit points. So he's pretty rough. If you drop him 6 turn, that's like a dangerous guy. He doesn't have any useful abilities, though. He doesn't, like, do anything other than be fat. So you're really just comparing him to an ogre. And I mean, the ogre is, what, 6/7 for 6? With no drawback. This guy is 9/7 for 6, but when he dies, your opponent's going to get a free 3/3. If you had silence, you could silence your own beast. I mean, there's no drawback to silencing him. It just stops your opponent from getting something, but that's kind of touch early. So he's just fat. The other thing is, he is a beast, surprise, which as a hunter could have other benefits, like he triggers off all my other hunter junk. So the problem is, like, his drawback isn't that bad, but it's just like what you're getting isn't super exciting. To me, Baron Geddon is more exciting because he's powerful removal. So I think even though it would be more in character for a hunter to take the beast, I think I'm going to take Baron Geddon because he can wipe stuff out. Okay, back to normal. Let's see, there's a crappy Core Hound. Scarlet Crusader is pretty good, but we'll take the Chillwind Yeti because it's a Yeti. Fat. He's fat, but only if I have a bunch of stuff. I don't know how many Unleash the Hounds I'll get. Possibly 0. It also costs more than it used to, but that's not a big deal. Freezing Trap is not my favorite card. In fact, it's really not. It does make whatever you bounce with it cost 2 more. And it is when an enemy minion attacks anything, which is a nice advantage, because a lot of the hunter stuff, it's only when they attack you directly, or the snake is only when they attack a minion. I don't know. I'm going to take the Stormwind Champion anyway, because screw everyone. That's what I'm doing. Worgen Infiltrator is very good, but I'm going to take the Abusive Sergeant, because he'll let me hopefully kill a bigger thing with a smaller thing. We're definitely taking the Buzzard, even though the Grizzly would be nice. If I can get any card drawing off that Buzzard, it would be fantastic. Crazed Alchemist is pretty cool, as we've seen, but Twilight Drake is probably going to be stronger in that mid-range tough things category. Oh, look at this bonus rare. We have dubious, garbage, and amazing. Not a very hard choice. You know what? I don't have many beasts yet, and I don't have many 2-cost plays. I don't have much fast stuff, so I am actually going to take the Bloodfen Raptor. In a Hunter deck is about the only place where this is not a creature with no abilities. It's a creature with the ability to be a beast, which actually does sort of matter. Speaking of beasts, we're going to take Super Beast here, because I'm not going to have my deck designed well enough to take advantage of making everyone draw 2 cards. It's just not going to work out. None of these guys are really fantastic for me here. I mean, he's a cheap taunt. She's got good stats for her cost, and if I happen to get a weapon, she could get bigger. But yeah, Timberwolf would be nice. Give all beasts a bonus, but how many beasts do I have? Not as many as I'd like. I'm gonna take the Hyena because it gets more out of its beastiness. Houndmaster, this would have been a fun one to drop on the beast, right? There's a 10 mana play. Beast 9/7. Houndmaster, now the beast is 11/9 taunt, and probably gets blown up by something. But in the arena, you can't count on that. I'm really tempted to take the Shattered Sun Cleric, because she's strong. But this guy, as long as I have a beast, he is so much stronger that I've got to take him. Now we're going to take Deadly Shot again, because it's fantastic. And not a beast, unfortunately. Flesh-Eating Ghoul. We've seen the Flesh-Eating Ghoul can be crazy, but it depends, right? I think I'm going to take the Fairy Dragon. Have some more 2-cost stuff. None of you is a beast. We're going to take Fat Ogre. This is a lot of like high mains here. How many things do I have that work off beasts? Not as many as I'd like, but I mean, the Sunwalker is very good with the taunt and the bubble. I'm going to take another high main because why not? Just more beatdown. I'm not a huge fan of this card normally, but for the arena, I don't have as much killing stuff as I'd like. I've got 2 Deadly Shots. That's about it. So I'm going to take the multi-shot as more killing capacity. 2 Deadly Shots and Baron Geddon. He's expensive. The taunt would be good, but I can't pass down more balanced stats, more aggressive Dark Iron Dwarf. I'm wondering if I should almost take the Shield Bearer, because my deck is very offense-oriented and kind of slowish right now. But, I don't know, the Wolf Rider can kill stuff, so we're going to take him. None of you are actually what I want. I don't have much that deals damage, like spells, so that's not great. She could be a kill card, which is nice. I have a lot of fatness. I don't have a lot of kill cards, like things that could just come in and like do surprise damage to finish off your opponent. So I'm actually going to take her, even though I should probably take the Ogre Magi just for mana curve. She's pretty good. She counts as a beast, technically. I mean, she doesn't, but she summons a 1/1 boar, and it's a beast, but I don't have that many things to trigger off it, and the Scavenging Hyena is a much better choice anyway. The Hyena and the High Mane go together very well. Just create your own version of the Lion King. Still not that big on Freezing Trap. Geomancer, I'm going to take the Tide Hunter to get some more numerical superiority, I think. I wish those were Explosive Traps instead of Freezing Trap. Well, this is a beast. This guy tends to die before he does his thing. It's not really as worth it. The Direwolf Alpha, you can drop it and get +2 damage from things that can attack that turn, and also it's a beast, which I need to trigger off my 1 bird and my 2 hyenas. And also I have 1 Houndmaster. You're a beast. You don't benefit as much from the Houndmaster. You are a beast, but you're also kind of crappy. You could have Arcane Shot do 2 damage to something, or the Spellbreaker. Silence is so good, and he's like a decent-sized minion. Okay, we gotta count spells. Out of 27 cards, I have... I'm counting that as not a spell for this purpose. 1, 2, 3, 4... Wow, I have very few spells. So I'm gonna pass up the Spellbreaker. If I had a whole bunch of spells, like if I had like 8 spells or something, I would take the Spellbreaker just to have more minions in my deck. But I have lots of minions in my deck, so the Arcane Shot might actually help me out in a pinch. Snipe, also not my favorite secret. It'd be okay. He'd be okay, but we're taking another Houndmaster. We're starting to get the beast tech together a little bit. Okay, here's a question. Stampeding Kodo is a beast, so that's actually a plus here. He's pretty rough if you can Houndmaster him, although that's like 9 mana to do it in 1 turn. Kodo is still kind of slow, but he blows something up when he comes into play. That part's very good. On the other hand, Misdirection is crazy. It only triggers when an enemy minion, well, when a character, it doesn't even have to be a minion, when a minion or a hero with a weapon attacks the hunter himself, but redirecting it to something else, it does crazy things. Oh man, if they have a weapon, this can screw them so much, because whether they're attacking or one of their minions, the weapon has its attack when it's on your opponent's turn. So I've seen it like, oh, it'll like redirect like a 3/3 to attack their hero, and then the hero has a weapon with an attack of 3, and they kill their own minion in addition to taking the 3 damage. It's obnoxious. It doesn't take a use off their weapon, but it's still pretty sick. The Kodo would be good. I don't have that many spells. Having a different secret might be nice, so I'm going to go with that. Because why not? Both of my secrets have kind of the same purpose, is to stop a big enemy minion from like pummeling me. And of course the general purpose of secrets, which is my opponent doesn't know what it is, so they have to they're likely to perform some suboptimal plays in order to try and balance it out. But let's see how this goes. I have a lot of fat stuff. I'm hoping I have enough killing to keep myself alive, because I've got a Boulder Fist Ogre, 3 high mains, Baron Geddon, and yeah, I've got a lot of fat junk, but I don't know how balanced this deck is. It's a little bit low on minion killing spells. I don't know how many cheap minions it has, really. This starting hand is expensive, but I don't know how representative it is. I'm getting rid of that and that. I'm going to keep the Houndmaster because, similar to the reason that you keep a Yeti in your starting hand, if you have one, like out of 4 cards, 1 4 cost is fine, and he's a pretty strong one. Yeah, I'm going to have problems. I have a slow start. And I think I'm going to get a lot of slow starts with this deck. He didn't have a first turn play, so that was good. I could coin out the Hyena. I don't think I want to. I mean, he's so weak on his own. He's just going to get killed. We're going to save that coin. The fact is, he's not going to accomplish anything for a few turns out there. It's just going to be sad. I'm willing to put up with this. Although leaving this a chance to come out and not just killing it with the Hyena means he might be able to play the other totem, the Flame Tongue totem, and start beating me down. So I can now coin out Deadly Shot, and that's about it. That'd be stupid, so we're just going to shoot for 2, and next turn probably play the Twilight Drake. Yeah, I'll have some slightly better options if we can get into a little bit later game. I probably don't want to multi-shot that because it's not going to kill it's not going to kill much of value. Yeah, we're just going to coin out a giant Drake and hope my opponent doesn't have a Earth Shock. Which the funniest thing if you're the shaman is just to Earth Shock a Twilight Drake, because it's silenced first and then does 1 damage, so it dies. Doesn't matter how big the Twilight Drake was, it dies.
What to do?
What to do indeed. Well, I think he would have Frost Shocked it by now if he had, or Earth Shocked it by now if he had one. So that's a good sign. Every time I say that, it turns out that my opponent is just really slow, and whatever I thought they took too long, they end up doing it anyway. But
what to do?
The logic is sound. It makes sense that if he had an Earth Shock in his hand, he'd just be like, because what else are you gonna do? Okay, bears, and okay, he's just gonna let me fight through it. That's fine. It is reasonable. So now I could multi-shot see if it kills the... So I could play the Fairy Dragon and the Scavenging Hyena, which would be like he'd be able to just kill the hyena with the Razorfen Hunter. So that's not very good. I think this is going to be a multi-shot turn. I'm going to multi-shot first because if it kills the bears, then that'll save some damage on my Twilight Drake. It's probably going to shoot the two that I don't care about in the middle. And no, that was pretty good. Because now I can kill this, and then he has no army. So that worked. This is the number one thing I wanted to not hit with the multi-shot, because it's a stupid boar. Who cares? But yeah, multi-shot is strong. It's just in a constructed hunter deck, you have so many strong choices for removal that you never end up using it. Okay, that was obnoxious. That was pretty bad. So I could play double hyenas, and then he would kill one, but the other one would get bigger. That's still pretty obnoxious. I could deadly shot and hope it kills this. If it kills that, it would prevent him from hitting me next turn, probably, but that would be incredibly sad still. So no, I'm gonna play the Fairy Dragon and shoot, because I'm hoping to do a bigger play where I'd like Scavenging Hyena with the Houndmaster, or play both of them or something. Get out the Highmane first, which I could do next turn, and then play both hyenas and attack, and stuff will happen. I think that's my plan. My plan is stuff will happen. Oh, that is really bad. And of course, he can target that because it's just a battle cry. Super obnoxious, so yeah, maybe... Do I do the Highmane? The Highmane's still big enough to kill that. Still too big to die to this. So that's actually probably a better deal than playing the Boulder Fist right now, especially since I get the Death Rattle. I was tempted to deadly shot there, but no. So this is going to die from something probably, but if I get the two hyenas, then I can, or the two hyenas, then I can play the two real hyenas and do crazy things. Because with two of these guys out, they each get +2/+1 whenever a friendly beast dies. That's a lot of fat. I'm not liking how this is though. Shamans are so damn strong, and the Flame Tongue Totem is rough. Fire Elementals win games in the arena for sure.
What to do?
These guys are rare, and I have 3 of them, but I'd still rather have the Fire Elemental. Okay, that's probably not the totem he wanted. I think he wanted spell damage. Because he wants to get rid of this, but he doesn't want to lose this guy. Yeah, he's going for face. This is going to hurt. He is running out of time, though. Really? Well, that's annoying and weird, but okay. Let's see. So, I would be losing this guy if I attacked him. And I'd be leaving this alive. That would be horrible. No, okay. So... I need to kill this. I don't have a choice, really. I could play a Houndmaster and a Scavenging Hyena and Arcane Shot all in one round. Arcane Shot's actually not doing me that much good because it can't kill this. I mean, if I Houndmaster this, it'd be very vulnerable to silence. But I could kill that, and then he'd still have to get through it somehow. And I play a Hyena, so that if it dies, then I get Hyena. May or may not work out well. I don't think I have that much choice. I think I kind of have to do that. It's just a question, like, I could buff him and then kill this guy instead, but then I'm leaving this stupid Flame Tongue Totem out, and it's a monster. Ugh. I'm going to save my arcane shot. It's not worth killing a 1/1. If he has a silence, I'm super dead. Maybe not immediately this turn, although probably. But yeah. A silence for this guy, and I will lose my chance to win this game. I'm gambling that he has to deal with this the hard way, in which case I'm not doing too bad. Because he's now big enough that 2 1/1s and the 3 damage from the fire elemental won't kill this. Now, bouncing the fire elemental did give him another direct damage, but it was very expensive for him. Now he must have a lightning storm. I think that's where it is, so he can kill all this stuff. Or mind control deck. Oh, I'm so glad he didn't get this guy. He wanted me to have 4 minions to qualify for this, because otherwise he doesn't do it. It was an interesting gambit. He's still in a strong place, though. Okay, well, it missed the right one, the one I wanted it to miss. He's got more beasts than I do, almost. Okay, this is only when friendly beasts die. Boo. I wish I had another Houndmaster, because I'm lacking in taunt, and I need to stop everything from coming at me right now. I mean, he can do 3 instant damage from his hand, because I know he has the fire elemental. Plus, this is another 7 here, so that's 10 damage that I know about. Plus, he has 2 cards. He's going to draw another one. So I got to kill a lot of stuff. And I can't buff this guy by just having a beast die, unfortunately. So it looks like maybe if I use this guy plus him to kill that. Oh, that's so sad. This will actually take less damage if I kill one of the other things, so maybe do that. I'm wondering if I want to waste my deadly shot. It definitely lets me get a lot better stuff out. If I arcane shot this guy, deadly shot, I'd have 4 mana left. Play this and shoot. I know he has big stuff that I want a deadly shot, but yeah. Yeah, this is a stupid play, but let's do it. See, someone said that's becoming my motto. It's like, this is probably stupid, but let's do it. You run out of time, you gotta make a decision. I qualify so many things with probably stupid because I can see all the ways that it can go wrong, and I have no way to calculate the odds that it'll go wrong. I can try and estimate and say, like, what cards will screw me? Are they rare? That makes a big difference in the arena. You can't in constructed, you don't factor in the rarity of the card. It's just whether the card exists or not, whether they can have it. But on the other hand, in constructed, you know they can only have 2 copies of something. In the arena, you have to factor in how rare they are, but I have 3 of these guys, and you don't know what else could be going on. Okay, here's what we're going to do. This guy, he's going to kill that. Then this guy, I know it's not using my mana very efficiently. I'd love to play the big fatties, but this guy is going to kill that, making him bigger. So he's in death range now. He only has to do 4 damage to me using 4 mana or less. At which point he could play the fire elemental for 6 and do another 3 damage. So out of the other 3 cards, he needs a way to deal 4 damage to me for 4 mana or less, which is possible. I mean, he could have a lava hammer, lava axe, lava burst. Or he could get a spell damage totem, which is a 1 in 4 chance, and then just lightning bolt me. But he needs to do 4 damage plus the elemental in order to win. Or he needs to stop my army in its tracks. Like, he needs to kill this guy and just do some stuff so that next turn he can do 4 damage to me more easily. Yeah, if he had Lava Burst, though, he'd just kill me. Oh, he just needs 1 more damage from something. No, that's not gonna do it. So he got me lower, but yeah, he just couldn't do it. He didn't copy the big guy, obviously, because he didn't have charge. Okay, that was a close game. My fatness is pretty good, but I wish I had more Houndmasters. Even though I already have 2 Houndmasters, I wish I had more of him and less of some of these other things. I wish I had more small beasts. That's a big problem. I don't think I saw that many small beasts that I didn't take. There were like 4-cost beasts probably, and there were expensive beasts I didn't take, but there weren't a lot of small beasts I didn't take, and I really needed the small ones. I need this to be a croc, and you know, I need this to be a beast and stuff like that. I didn't take the 1/4 taunt, but it's a friggin' 1/4 taunt. Like, whoop-de-doo. Anyhow, I won the first game, so that was good. I was pretty worried about that one, but we'll see what happens next time. Please click the like button before it clicks you. And check out Tales from my D&D campaign on youtube.com/Demonac.